many of you have, by show of hands, how many of you have ever said to yourself, this cannot be happening right now?
Hi, my name is Joy Marshall. Have you ever told yourself, this cannot be happening right now?
Okay, about half the room.
Whether it's good or bad. Well, this is a small chapter in my life.
I remember first saying that, one of the many times I said it, with my recording group, Jade.
Yeah, I was in a very popular singing group in the 90s, and you may have heard of us.
Y'all remember that? Anyway, I might be your aunt's favorite group. We said that when we finally made it to the Jay Leno show.
This is their very first time on The Tonight Show. Please welcome Jade.
Now, if you ever sit on the couch of a late night talk show, you know you've made it.
And we did the performance, and we sat on the couch. And I was like, this is not happening right now in my Oprah voice. But it was really important to me because my family and I, my mom, my sister, my grandmother, even my great-grandmother, all lined up on her sofa with the plastic covering.
Yes, typical black family.
And we watched Johnny Carson for years. It was like our nightly treat, and it became sort of a family tradition. So the fact that I had made it to Jay Leno, and I was on that very stage sitting on the couch, I was like, I have made it, right?
Well, if you were wondering, yes, this is the other definition of this cannot be happening right now.
Well, the other time I said this can't be happening right now is when I was living in Los Angeles, driving south on the 405 from the Valley, past the Veterans Cemetery. I'm looking over into the cemetery, and I am bawling. I'm crying my eyes out. I'm like, this cannot be happening right now. Now, I'm a patriot, but I was not crying because of the veterans. I was crying because I was on my way to my first real job. The one that every well-meaning relative, friend, hater tells every artist to get when we say we want to do something out of the ordinary. Get that real job, please. Have a fallback plan. You know what I mean?
So now, reality kicks in.
So I'm on the 405, I'm bawling, and I'm thinking, well, at least they're dead, and they don't have to deal with this unfair life in full drama queen mode. I mean, I was putting it on.
Yes, I know I'm a drama queen. But what do you expect? I was a celebrity just a few days ago.
Fortunately, I was the only one who saw myself. Well, I felt like it was unfair, and you may be asking, why all the drama? I felt like it was unfair because a week or so before, I said it again, this cannot be happening. I had hung up the phone with the royalty department of my label that we assigned to, and she told me two words, recoupment and cross-collateralization.
Now, what in the world does that mean?
Two words I'd never heard of before. And what that meant was, you are never gonna see a dime of all the millions of records that you sold for this label. You're not getting a penny. This cannot be happening right now. And then I said, well, I'm on my way to this job. I may as well make it work. I have no rent money. I have no money to pay my bills. And you gotta do what you gotta do. And so, at this real job, I learned some things. I was in, ironically, the law department of one of the largest entertainment firms in the country. And I was making copies and filing and typing up contracts and reading reports and making coffee and doing things that I never thought I'd do, because just the week before, I was in London on stage with Sting. For you young people, that's like, you know, Justin Bieber, I don't know. I'm on stage with Sting, makeup artist, wardrobe stylist, gourmet this, gourmet that, and now, just a few weeks later, I'm driving on the 405.
See, this is where things get snatched right out from under you.
And I'm saying this just can't be happening right now. And what I realized then was that there was a knowledge gap between what I thought I knew, but what separated me from my dreams that I had finally captured. I didn't have to stand in line for hours at American Idol. I had the contract, I had the deal, I sold millions of records, and that dream being snatched away from me in an instant when the label decided to close. So I said, well, there was something seriously missing. And I thought about 3 common things that took away my uncommon life. And I want to share those with you today. And I want you to think about them because they may apply to your career. It may not be the music business. One of the things is make sure you know the business around your passion.
I cannot emphasize that enough.
What I mean about that is ask yourself, what is it going to take for me to monetize this business? Whether you're a painter, an artist, anything uncommon, so that you don't have to get a real job again. How do I monetize this so that I can keep it?
Monetize, monetize, monetize.
That's number 1. Number 2, surround yourself with people who have absolutely nothing to gain from your success.
That's so important because you want a team of people around you who only want to see you succeed.
Supportive people, a support system who have only your best interest at heart, who can advise you.
I sure didn't, and that's a recipe for disaster every time.
I didn't have that. The third thing is to do the fundamentals, the mundane, the common, the boring, the dreary skill that it takes for you to master your passion skill.
I know that most of you don't want to do those mundane things, but that's a part of what makes all of this work.
And what I mean by this is I teach a lot of vocal students and music business students. And the first thing I tell them is, okay, I'm going to give you the basics now. And they always hate it. And I want you to do this with me. It's scales.
Easy, right? You have to get the fundamentals down first and foremost.
You do it. Oh my God, this sounds so good. Now, to do that and master it, it allows you to do Thank you. Now you do it. No, okay. No, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
Remember, fundamentals first.
But I'm saying that to say, ask yourself, where's my knowledge gap? I have this dream, I have this goal, what am I missing? What's the piece, the fundamental thing, the common thing that I'm not willing to do or that I don't know that I know, that I don't know that I don't know, that will separate me from reaching, and then once I reach it, keeping my goal, keeping my dream, keeping the love of my life right here and not having it snatched.
Think about that. Understand your shortcomings and work on those things.
What's that question for you? I know for me, once I have incorporated these 3 tenets that I shared with you, these 3 things that I know work for me over and over again, I've been able to write a book on the music business, and I teach students the vocals and the business of the music business so that they can keep it. And one of the other great things that I've gained from this is that I am able to be here with you right now at Tedx RVA. This is not freaking happening right now.